Educational Dr. Repulsor, starting now. Alright. Excuse me. So, as you can see, we are a giant magnet. That's all I got.
So far, so good.
No, anyway, so Dr. Repulsor, yada yada yada, very good hero, yada yada yada, extremely amazing if you get a nice good farm advantage. And then you can just snowball and kill everyone on the map. As you can see, she blocked her archer better than I did, so she has lane control soon. So she will have an advantage. A harass advantage, at least, as soon as I go up to her side of the wave. However, we are CSing quite well against her thus far. So hopefully with this advantage, it won't matter, because I'll get my bottle before her. As you can see, I go in close just to get the harass. Fortunately, I sacrificed a creep to do it. And the tower attacked me, which was a little odd, but whatever. That's fine, that's fine.
Getting into position. Let's spam.
So before with Dr. Repulsor, generally, before they nerfed Hellflower, it was usually the first item you would go, so that you could pretty much one-shot any hero regardless of whether they were strength or not. But you'll notice that after they nerfed the, after they nerfed that, you generally don't go for Hellflower first. And that's just because it costs more mana than it used to. It costs 100 more mana than it used to cast. So after you go in and kill someone, you don't really have an escape. So the common thing last patch was to get an Icon of the Goddess, and it's still fine. And if you drop it when, you know, it's charging you with mana, you will get more mana back. So then you can pretty much escape any situation very easily, as well as having a whole lot more HP and whatnot to do dives and whatnot. But this particular game, I'm not sure what I'm gonna go for first. You can see I'm against a Nighthound, which is actually kind of annoying for Dr. Repulsor. The cloud is really obnoxious if it's Empath Nighthound and they get me in a good spot. But if I can snowball out of control, hopefully that won't matter unless he's free farming. Hopefully he's not. Oftentimes they do. But against Plague Rider Legionnaire, if they're remotely smart up there, they should be fine. So unfortunately, we're already 2-0. We're 0-2. And the top lane is also losing, so we're kind of in a bad spot already, which is very standard in my games, unfortunately. So I'm gonna have to do some heavy lifting here. Well, Icon is it's still fairly core on Dr. Repulsor. It's not a necessity, especially when you're very behind like this. When you're behind like this, you can somewhat assume that you may not get as many kills as when your team is doing fairly evenly with the other team. So I might skip Icon this game and just go for something like I might just go Nullstone or something like that, just to start off. But we're gonna see. I might start off with Icon as well. And the difference between them, 1 second, would be that the Nullstone will just help me survive against Empath and Nighthound a little more by blocking one of their spells, so that hopefully she doesn't keep me in place with her Q. Now naturally Nighthound can take this off with his W. But really, most people, like, sometimes he opens up with his W just to close the distance so that they can get in close and whatever. I should be fine. And if he can't close the distance, then they still get to escape, right? Let's see.
So far, so good.
So anyway.
Full force attack. You will die before me.
One of your structures is under attack.
So we're 0 and 7 here.
Getting into position.
So I'm gonna have to do some really heavy lifting. So yeah, I might just skip Icon entirely. I don't know yet. For now, we'll just see how the lane goes.
That's a great job.
Not trading too much harass with it right now. You can also drop your items like this or whatever just to get a bit more out of your bottle charge. I've been doing that more often recently.
Die intake. Magnet charge.
So, Defiler missing.
Full force
Oops, I
attack.
didn't mean to actually do that again, but whatever. So, right now, man, this is pretty suspect. So right now, my team is just rampantly feeding at this point. Like they're getting just annihilated in their lanes. So I don't know how this game is gonna be salvageable just yet. Now, to salvage a game like this, however, on the plus side, Dr. Repulsor is one of the heroes that can do it. However, yeah, they're just crushing. Plague Rider Legionnaire should be fine against Nighthound Empath. They shouldn't really be dying. Nighthound should actually have quite a bit of trouble farming against Legionnaire.
Ready for action.
So, for instance, for that particular case, there's really no reason for that, and it's quite sad. With the bottom lane, I thought Solstice started in lane actually, but I guess he just started in jungle.
Into position.
So Vindicator should get crushed by any dual lane really that he's up against. Just Q him it before you die. Oh, never mind. You're dead. So, thank God Solstice didn't listen to me, or else I would have just gotten him killed so that I could secure a kill. So, at least he's still alive now.
Affirmative.
So this is just very standard. Gotta start every game a good 10 kills behind for some reason.
What's the paint job? Our stabilizer full power. So far, so good. Fueled and ready.
Struggles.
Affirmative.
So I could try an icon here, but if I can't get any more kills, this will be really suspect.
Full power.
So I'm gonna try for something here. I need help up here. I need at least just one person. No one's gonna come though. I'm always alone.
Magnets charged.
It's very
Sliding
frustrating.
through.
So anyway, team's still rampantly feeding.
Dying insect.
Have dust now for Nighthound, but he got back when I went up there, so I didn't want to go in and be troubled. Oh god.
Haste.
Run down here with me now. Do it.
Affirmative.
However, they're escaping because they probably have this warded because they have all that extra money, so this is probably warded. So my attempt at ganking will be warded yet again. Don't share experience with me. I'm asking Vindicator not to share experience with me because at this point he's completely useless anyway. I don't want him even close to me. I'm just trying to go for the 1v5 again. But he didn't really listen, did he? So.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Yep, Plague Rider. In a few seconds I want you to ult. You ready? Let me start it. Okay, you don't need the ult.
What's the paint job?
Alright. So one of the benefits of Icon over Nullstone though, however, is it is much cheaper, but it doesn't provide instant mana regen unless you start getting kills. So if you... So right now he's just noticing that Lego, your lane would have been so hard if you guys played it right. Yeah. So if I don't start picking off any kills or anything, I'm gonna feel very useless with that icon, unfortunately.
Time to recharge.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Getting into position. Magnets charged.
Defiler ult's gonna be down. If they jump, we can fight them. Because they're pretty squishy still. Okay. They're crushing. They may be squishy, but our team is still much squishier.
Affirmative.
Yes.
What's the paint job?
One of your structures is under attack.
I look like Defiler warded here. She came down here for a reason. I didn't see a ward on her though. Well, at least last time I clicked on her. But someone could have handed one off for her. Here I'd have liked to stack that. kinda didn't want to stick around, I just wanted to get my icon and run.
One of your structures is under attack.
Affirmative.
Piece of cake.
Time to recharge. Time
So yeah, our Legos quite squishy. I'm not even sure. Does he have?
Let's happen.
There's nothing. Alright. I am late game. Worry not, young man.
What's the paint
Until I die, we do not concede.
charging competitors?
Dude.
Cover stabilized.
Nay, young man, you must trust me.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Should be careful who you give new picks to.
So far, so good. Time to recharge.
Serial killer.
So there, Pharaoh, manned up. I'm gonna drop my icon there to give me a bit more HP and mana as it recharges, and I clear that wave. I wouldn't drop it if I think if it's gonna waste my time, though. There, it didn't really waste much time. It might cost me a creep because I dropped it out of vision now. Oh.
Time to recharge.
Alright, my next item's still gonna be a null stone. I'll get dust first, though.
Sliding through. Magnets charged. Full force attack. So far, so good. Let's happen. Die, insects.
Oops, don't concede, don't concede, don't concede.
Getting into position.
I voted for it.
Magnets charged. Sliding through.
Nighthawk got the carrier. I'm gonna kill Prophet.
Double damage.
I'm gonna drop my icon, switch my treads, try and get the most out of the recharge, so that if I need to go in here, I can. I'm gonna need someone to buy a new carrier though. This is slightly dangerous though, because it looks like Nighthound might be here. And if they open up with Nighthound and then Pharaoh or something, I'll be in a whole lot of trouble. So that's the main combo I have to watch out for. They do have Defiler Silence as well, but Nighthound, Pharaoh, Empath would be pretty devastating.
Magnets charged.
So I'm just gonna get that null stone so that hopefully I can be a little more free from that.
One of your structures is under attack.
What's going on here? Alright. That's an empath.
Sliding through.
She's split from her team, guys.
Have destroyed a Legion tower. Legendary.
Good silence. It's gonna be a Pharaoh coming though. So notice here I'm not dropping my icon because I don't think I have like I don't think it's worth the time to drop it because I want to move across the map still. I want to keep moving and try and take this tower. See, Lego, we're not in a bad spot. We still got this. Or we can. We can still have this. We're still in a terrible spot.
What's the paint job? You die before me. So far, so good.
Yeah, I do have an army. It's lovely.
Fueled and ready.
I hope they're just telling you not to give up hope. Alright. So that's Empath Nighthound.
Magnets charged. Sliding through.
So yeah, what we're gonna have to do here is basically just kind of keep picking them off when they split up. That's really the only thing we can do. We don't want to fight them 5v5 still because as you can see, these three in particular really not going to contribute a whole lot. Legionnaire, if he can get some items, he'll contribute a little more, but Vindicator, who starts this far behind, really can't do a whole lot with just auto attacks. You'll notice I'm not dropping my icon again just because I expect to be going back to base after this. I might not, but I expect to be.
Stabilizer to full power.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower. One of your structures is under attack.
It looks like the enemy team's slightly out of position that I might be able to jump them. But it could be bait. It's probably not bait, but yeah. So Vindicator's up there way too far without an escape. No hope of surviving.
Affirmative.
I should be fine though.
Time to the charge.
I can go in on that empath. She probably has Nighthound, but I have Dust, so kill.
Seven, six. Double tap.
You die before me. Fueled and ready. So far, so good. Die, insects.
So from here on, my next item, I could build a lot of items really, but generally I still want something that gives me quite a bit of mana regen while providing a decent amount of damage. So generally here I want mana regen, damage, and HP. And I'm going to get that by building either sheep a sheep stick, a grimoire,
Magnet charge.
or well, mainly just those two. Those are probably my next two items. Could also argue for a hellflower, but I think I do quite a bit of damage when I initiate on people. I've got a decent level advantage, so I probably don't need it. I might need it to kill him, because he's got quite a bit more HP, so I won't kill him, but I might. But only if he's stuck around a little bit. And Hellflower doesn't have the amplified damage, so it's not really very crucial to get, unless I need it for the extra disable. Or mostly for the perplex, actually, but still. It's very useful. But right now I don't need it. So Pharaoh, despite taking some harass before, is still up there. I'm not gonna go in because I still don't have enough to finish him off. However, with the haste rune, as you can see, he has more HP than he would normally have because Empath. Her aura is healing him at a greater rate. So actually, if he didn't have her and he came up here to farm again, I definitely would have been able to kill him, I'm pretty sure.
You'll die before me.
So here, one person in front, two down here. Don't know where Nighthound is. Probably with Empath, doing something sneaky. Yep. So I'm gonna actually go in on this guy, so I think I can pick him off.
Champion of Newark.
That's gonna lose us a Rax, but it's not like I could do anything anyway, because everyone else is dead, so.
A Legion barracks has been destroyed.
I'll take off the minimap blocker if it's on 1 second. Let's see. So here, get her to use her silence. Definitely finish that Nighthound over the Empath. And I guess I'm gonna go Grimoire first, just for the extra damage. But getting a sheep stick here is still really good, though. Yeah, I think the damage here is better. That's more because if I disable one of them, the rest of them are just gonna beat my head anyway. So I'm still mostly just flying around and not auto-attacking in one spot. Not that I ever should be auto-attacking one spot, but I still don't feel comfortable doing it. And that would, again, be because of Silence and Cloud. But here, my next item is definitely either a sheep or a Frostfield Blade. It's going to be one or the other, because Frostfield is very good against Defiler, it's very good against Nighthound. They both do lots of physical damage. Defiler with her ultimate, and Nighthound with his auto attacks, clearly. And Empath isn't a whole lot of magic damage. Pharaoh's a lot of magic damage, but that's only if he's hitting me, and for the most part I've been avoiding him pretty successfully. And same with Prophet, so I feel very comfortable thinking that Frostfield is probably my next choice here, even over a sheep stick, so that when I initiate very, very hard. So despite me thinking at the start that it would be sheep and grimoire, it is instead sheep and Frostfield. I'm gonna edit that. Whereas if Nighthound were much bigger, if he didn't spend the whole game roaming, if he spent it in a more balanced way of farming appropriately while roaming. Here he clearly over-roamed to kill enemy heroes, as you can see, where he didn't pay much attention to farming. So he needed to have a little bit of a better balance so that he could be a bigger threat to the team. So we just kicked a guy for being AFK. Alright, so another handicap is necessary, as you can see.
One of your structures is under attack.
Kind of annoying because when I initiate, if I initiate with Frostfield and whatever, his silence would be really, really amazing for us. So, kind of sucks that we just kicked him outright without any, even though he was AFK, I would have actually valued him being in here if anyone had shared control or anything, just for his silence, so that when I go in, we have a really good combo. I go in and then they just all look confused because they can't cast any spells, and that would be great. So it looks like they're gonna push mid, or start pushing mid and take Kongor. At this point it looks like they're gonna push mid, but we'll find out. So here, I might just buy this instead, because who took his items? Did anyone get his treads? We should have kept them if we had them. So unfortunately we sold the treads or something, which is really not smart. That wasn't, we should have kept them, they were very useful. Stay back, please. Stay very far back, we need you in the base. So here I'm gonna have to do something I hate doing on Dr. Repulsor. Actually, I might not.
I'm ready for action.
I'm gonna bring the courier up first. Because I really don't want to sell my bottle, just to have a TP on me.
Tuned and ready. Attack.
Oh, I might have to. The bottle is so useful on Dr. Repulsor that I really hate selling it, but it's gonna be my last item soon anyway. It's a mistake to sell it right now, which is what I'm doing. So I'm just doing that in case they wanna. If I see them again, I'll be able to hopefully pick one off right away.
Beware.
Yeah. So Nighthound has BKB now. It may or may not be a problem, we'll see. Pharaoh is going for a Hellflower, so they're really just looking to lock me down at this point. So BKB is good on me, but you'll notice in most of my Doctor games I'm usually arrogant to the point where I never get it. Though in a scrim setting I probably would, because they're better at locking a hero down. So let's see. So I'm gonna do something when they come up the hill here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. So they got the silence off on me. Can someone defend bottom like Legionnaire, please? Thank you. So yeah, they got the silence off on me at the start of the fight there, but they were spread out enough and confused enough that we were fine. They couldn't collapse effectively, so everything worked out nicely. But yeah, when you're the best thing to do against Dr. Repulsor, I really shouldn't say it because I pick him very very often. But generally, you know, the best things to do are things that lock him down, like really effectively lock him down though. So, you know. 1 second. I can't get away. So there, it was just too many silences on me. So the best thing you can do would generally have something that dominates him mid. Dr. Repulsor has a lot of trouble mid against quite a few heroes if they know how to play it properly. However, against some of those heroes, he can bounce back by jungling because he jungles quite fast, and sometimes while they're running around wasting time trying to gank somebody, whether it's a success or not, he's still just constantly farming and whatever. And he has great initiation, so I hope you have a buyback, because I do. Alright, here we go. So we got out of there this time, but I'm still hellflowered. Up, 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 up.
Double tap. Double tap.
Okay. Now push again. But generally, anything with amazing lockdown, Behe, Witch Slayer are fine against him, Chronos, Succubus. Succubus is good against everything. But, yeah. Because Behe is very good against Doctor if he's very good at positioning himself, so Doctor will go in and Behe can instantly Fissure it while he tries to attack, and then usually after that you can lock him down. I guess there's no other towers for us to get, because tier 1 over here is still alive.
Affirmative. Full force attack.
That didn't work.
Regeneration.
Jesse, can you do educational silhouette, please? Yes, you've asked like many times now. Maybe. The answer is maybe.
Die, insects.
Ultimate warrior. Double tap. Nemesis. Legendary hat trick.
I need more power.
Alright. So here my last item should be sheep or hellflower. They're both actually quite good here, so it doesn't matter. But I still prefer sheep just because I think it gives me extra mana regen over a hellflower. Hellflower does more mana regen, but sheep gives you the +10 intelligence as well.
Affirmative. I'm ready for action. Sliding through.
Can you give me your opinion about the range nerf? You just, for the most part, I still take your mid because I just go mid all the time. But it's not wise. If I go mid against myself and I'm on a good 600 range hero, I would dominate Silhouette. But you should just play her as a hard carry with this Babysitter right now because of her range nerf. So just pretend she's Moon Queen and Babysitter. And she'll farm up a Storm and be extremely strong. She's still a very strong hero right now. Some people say she's even stronger because of the salvo buff and everything, and the other buffs to her skills. So she's extremely strong right now. She just needs some help in lane against anyone of competence, really. So here we're not gonna stack our disables. We're gonna go in. We're gonna kill. Yeah.
Nemesis.
I just gotta watch out for Nighthound Empath. Might as well keep my treads on strength just in case.
So far, so good.
Running through a warded spot. Just to check Kongor. Because they're all off the map right now despite their base getting pushed. So something looks like it's up, but I'm leaving little cues around. So I'm gonna Sheep Defiler, I'm gonna go in on Prophet. I'm gonna get silenced. And she's gonna try and stun me. Hopefully. I've just been able to kill Defiler there, but I might have died for it, so I figured I don't want to throw the game for my team. He doesn't have a blink, of course, so we missed. So right now, unfortunately, bottom lane is pushing.
Affirmative.
Got out of there just in time. Can't use my items yet though. Whoops, attacking a hut. Could someone tank that tower? Grab some Plague Rider armor. So right now, if I see Prophet, I'm gonna go in on him. Then I'm gonna move just in case something fishy happens. Nah, just get the racks. If he goes on you, I'll go back on them. Wow. I'm leaving Qs in their path just so while we attack their base. We know where Nighthound is, right? So that's all.
Charging capacitors.
One of your structures is under attack. The Hellhound has destroyed a Legion tower.
Time to recharge. Full force attack. Time to recharge.
Double damage.
He purged my double damage. What a jerk. I'm only doing this because I have a buyback right now. I'm just kind of toying with him. I'm not... I'm not expecting to go in and kill one, actually. I'm only going in if I see the opportunity.
What's the paint job? Attack that no. I'm ready for action.
So anyway, at this point in the game, what I normally do here is I'll either sell my boots for some other item like a health flower, or I'll you know, you can sell it for a health flower. Hell, you could even sell it for a Dawnbringer, really, but sell it for like a health flower. But right now, I'm just gonna keep it for buyback purposes. What I normally do at this point in the game is I start buying my own teammates. You'll notice in one of my first YouTube videos I have a game as Dr. Repulsor actually, and I'm not sure if I uploaded the Armadon one, because I'm actually very proud of the Armadon one. I made an amazing teammate in that guy. But I'll start building my own teammates just to get me out of trouble situations or for extra damage. So I might build a courier with a sheep stick, or with a push stick. In this case is what my first item I'd get. I'd build a courier with a flying courier with a tablet of command, and you'd need one of these things, pickled brain, so that when Nighthound goes on me I can get out of his cloud right away. When Pharaoh goes on me I can get out of his cloud right away. I've also built a one of these things, a Nullfire Blade, to take off any disables they have. For instance, if they have Hellflower, if they have Sheep, if they have just anything that is really angering me, I can just take it off and just start going wherever I want to. You just purge it off and then you're free. But first I would still get a tablet of command over a Nullfire Blade at this point in the game, because it would probably buy me the time and give me the positioning to actually still contribute to the fight. Whereas if I get stuck in a cloud and I Nullfire Blade myself, you know, say it's Mummy Walls plus cloud, I'm probably not going to do anything. Now they have a courier going somewhere suspicious, so they're going to backdoor heavily. I'm going to try and stop it. I might be too late. Get over here. They're gonna backdoor with DP boots, I'm pretty sure. They're gonna start selling their boots. What is this thing? Yeah. Alright, so it didn't have a puzzle box or anything on it. So now they're just calling for just ending. I just had to look out for that because it's a very common thing where people are just like, oh, end the game, yada yada yada. Alright, well I'm gonna start pushing bottom now. I'm not gonna buy TP boots right now. If I need to, I'll just die and buy back. And everyone come bottom.
Getting into position. Time to Magnet charged. You can believe. You die before me.
One of your structures is under attack. Champion of Newark.
Defiler.
One of your structures is under attack. The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And so there, we're just super maxed out. But Solstice is already there, so whatever. So here I can actually be super tiered out and get my push stick as well with my Hellflower and no boots. And we got mega creeps, so I don't really need to do anything. We don't have mega creeps. But he is kind of letting his throne die to save that Rax. And sup! Oh, we got him. Anyway. So I didn't talk too much about when or why to pick Dr. Repulsor. In a TMM game, you can pick him for the most part almost any time, really. It's only when lineups are really starting to get it to a point where you shut him down early, where he's not going to really be that useful, is when it's why you don't see him picked as often in a competitive game, because you can shut him down. And people are much more effective at split farming and pushing correctly, and even baiting as well, so it's dangerous to go for pickoffs with him. Just because everything's done better, you won't see him picked or dominate as well in a competitive game. Though if he snowballs, of course he can. In a TMM game, everything's much more loose. Everything's a little more less coordinated. So if you're really attentive, you'll kind of dissect the game. You'll kind of pick everyone apart and slowly just snowball and win the game that way.